as coaches say, you're talking and not writing.
That made me so mad yesterday. When you said I was talking, yeah, I was talking because I don't understand what you're doing.
No.
Yes.
Talking about stuff you weren't supposed to be talking about. All right, let's go to 6.
Because I don't get it.
All right, so we've got to go to pi over 2. First of all, you guys have the formulas. What's the formula for cotangent?
X over Y.
X over y. If you don't know these, you're going to have your formulas handy, okay? Go to pi over 2. Now, guys, this should be an easy one. Because here's pi over 2. When your numbers are just the 0 and the 1, it's going to be an easy problem. What goes on top? What goes on bottom? 0 divided by anything is 0. So that one is an easy one.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You told me yesterday that if one was on the bottom, it was 1.
Hey, why aren't some of these numbers on
No.
I may have made that up.
Yeah.
But I did do it. I just put
Let's go to 7. Cotangent of negative 5 pi over 4. Okay, some of the kids in the other class don't like doing my going backwards on the circle method. They had rather multiply by 180 over pi and then add 360. If you're comfortable doing that, go ahead. But we also need to know how to find it by going backwards on the circle. So, where would positive 5 pi over 4 be?
Hold on, let me try my ruler.
Right here. That's positive 5 pi over 4. Agree? That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dots going forward. So where would negative 5 pi over 4 be? 10 dots going backwards. Start back at 0. It would be right there. We're going to use those points for this problem.
Hold on, I think I know an easier way to do this.
There are some other ways. Some people say, hey, when you find 5 pi over 4, just fold it. It's going to be up here in the same spot. And that's fine if you want to do it that way. Is that what you were thinking, Millie?
No, well,
Okay.
I counted 2 from 180 and then counted 2. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
that'll
what I
work.
do.
That'll work. Do that.
What is it?
Do that.
Like on 180.
Like I went to 180.
Hey, that's the same thing as what I was just explaining.
Yeah,
But like, counted up to
Flip it on the 180 axis. Do a reflection on the 180. Just
Yeah,
flip
that's
it
what I
up.
do.
Yeah, same thing I
Oh,
was
you're
saying.
talking about you count the wrong way. You can count that way. I just look at the opposite of the x-axis.
That'll work. That'll work.
It's always the opposite of the x-axis. It's never over the y.
Sadie, this is what she said. She said, hey, if it's 5 pi over 4 down here, if you go down from 180, 2 dots, just go up from 180, 2 dots, and that will be the negative of it. And she's right. It will always be that way. Okay? All right, so our formula is x over y. So we have to put x on top, which is negative root 2 over 2. And what happens with the one you put on the bottom? You flip it, right? It's keep, change, flip. So it's 2 over root 2. All right, now start canceling stuff out. What cancels out? 2's and the root 2's. What's the only thing that did not cancel out? So my answer is negative 1. When everything cancels out, your answer is positive 1. If you got a negative left over, it's negative 1.
Those ones where you can like multiply everything by something and then keep something. That's true.
0. If 0 is on top, it's 0. If 0 is on bottom, it's no solution. All right, question.
No, sir.
All right, let's do some more.
Can you do number 3?
Sure, let's do 3. Number 3 says tangent of 13 pi over 6. Okay, there is no shortcut on this one, guys, because 13 pi over 6 is not up here anywhere. We're going to have to go ahead and do 180 over pi. So let's times this on our calculator. Everybody take your calculator. The pi's are going to cancel out anyway, so we don't even have to write those down. 13 over 6 times 180. What'd y'all get?
180 over what? Pi?
Well, the pi's are going to cancel anyway, so you can skip that part, remember? I got 390.
You subtract it by.
All right, Kara. 13 pi over 6 times 180 over pi gave me 390 degrees.
Would you subtract 360?
Now, since 390 degrees is not on the circle, we've got to make it a lower number, so now we subtract 360. I got tangent of 30 degrees. I don't care how much of that y'all write down. You can do all that on the calculator if you want to.
What are you putting on bottom? 180 over what?
180 over pi is what you always multiply by.
Let me see
So-
the calculator.
So here's what I did, Karen. Let me show you.
It's a decimal.
No, let me show you. Ready? Since the pi's are going to cancel out anyway, I'm going to skip that part. I'm not going to include the pi. So I just did 13 over 6, 13 fraction 6 times 180. And it gave me 390. And then I subtracted 360 to make it a smaller number so I can find it on the circle.
Okay, why are we doing that?
Why are we subtracting 360?
Or why are we?
You have to do this, Kara, when your number, 13 pi over 6, Kara, it's not any of these pi's. So when it's not up here, you have to do this. So first, make it a degree number. And then if it's higher than 360, you got to subtract 360 to make it a number that would fit on the circle. Okay? And we did this a lot last week. All right, so now, tangent of 30 degrees. Here's 30 degrees. Here's my point I'm going to use. All right, so my y goes first. I flip my x. This is what I'm going to do for my problem. Write it down. Keep, change, flip. You have to show the keep, change, flip step. Right, Grant?
That's a tripod.
All right, Amelia, what cancels out right here?
The 2's.
Very good. So my answer, Amelia, looks like this. Can I leave that answer that way?
No, you can have it on the bottom.
So how do I fix it?
You move it to the top.
I multiply it on the top and I multiply it on the bottom. My answer will be
1.
root 3 on top, because 1 times root 3 is just 1 root 3. I'm just leaving the 1 off.
3.
The bottom is just 3. Correct. There's all your steps. Grant, you got a question?
Your D's have lines on them?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, question.
Hold on.
Let's go now. Let's do some in the right column. The right column looks pretty tough. Let's do some of those.
Coach Hager.
Yeah.
My friends over here have a request.
Sure.
Will you please move that transformer?
The tripod. Y'all can't move your desk.
What?
Can you just move your desk out this way or that
Be
way?
close to him. We'll talk more.
It's okay. Hey, you can slide up here while I'm filming, Emma, if you need to. Taylor, you can slide up here if y'all need to. All right, let's do another. All right, let's go to the right column. Everybody do 16. Cosecant of 11 pi over 6. All right, Emma, look on your formula sheet. What is the formula for cosecant? What is the formula for cosecant? All right, Carrie, you see where we found that from? Okay. So now go to 11 pi over 6, which is right here. It's going to be 1 over y, so it's 1 divided by negative 1 over 2, right? So now we have to do keep, change, flip. So that's 1 over 1 times what? Got to flip it, right? So I'm going to say negative 2 over 1. I just always leave my negative up top. You don't have to, but I think it works out better that way. All right, what's my answer? Multiply straight across to find your answer. Negative 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. So that was pretty easy.
I did that wrong.
That was pretty easy. We're going to do 17, 18, and 20 before I stop. And then we're going to let y'all do the rest of these. All right, can I erase 16? So our quiz Thursday is going to have 15 of these problems.
Is it gonna have those triangles?
Triangles too. 15 of these, 3 triangles on the back. That's going to be your quiz Thursday. All right, let's erase 16. Let's go to 17. 17, I got cosecant of negative 8 pi over 3. All right, so that's 1 over y again. So, Kara, negative 8 pi over 3 is not on my circle. What do I have to times it by? 180 over pi. Let's times that in the calculator and see what it gives us. Negative 8 over 3 times 180. I got negative 480. Everybody get that? All right. Now, Kara, that's a negative number. There are no negative degrees on the circle. we're gonna add 360 to that, see what you get, try to make it a positive. Plus 360 is still a negative, so add it again. Plus 360 is 240. So our problem is actually cosecant of 240. So now we can work it out, but you had to do all that extra work on this one to get to here. So where is 240? Right here. Okay, so it's 1 over 1 times, I gotta flip the y, flip it over, negative 2 over root 3.
Why do we have to flip the ball?
Because when you write it as a fraction, 1 over this, I think you said yesterday we can't have double fractions. Isn't that what you said? Somebody said that.
It was me, but.
So when you have double fractions, you have to do keep, change, flip. So 1 is my 1 over 1. And then I flip the bottom one, a million. It's going to look like that. So our answer is negative 2 on top and root 3 on the bottom. And Amelia, I know you know how to fix that. You just explained it to me on the last problem. So y'all fix that because you can't leave a square root of 3 on the bottom. Or did you strike it? You striking today, you'll strike.
What does that mean?
When somebody goes on strike, they are refusing to work because they want
I'm
more
staring
money.
at the board.
Oh, okay. Okay. Root 3 and root 3. Final answer is negative 2 and root 3 stay on top. Now you can't times these two because one's a square root and one's just a number. Now the bottom I can times these two. That'll give me root 9, which is just 3.
See, I just can't do one of these by myself.
Yes, you can. By Thursday, we'll be able to do it by ourselves. Now, you guys don't have to show all this work. Just show me the keep, change, flip step. And what follows that, and I'm good. All right. I'm going to let y'all do 18 in a minute. So let's go ahead and skip to 19. 19 is cosecant of 17 pi over 6. All right, Wyatt, what do I do first since that number is not on the circle? Yep, times by 180. So let's do that. 17 over 6 times by 180. Wyatt, this is what it gave me. Now I got CSC of 510. What do I do? Very good. I got CSC of 150. I'm going to stop and let y'all do that now.
How'd you get that?
All right, first thing I did was multiplied by 180 over pi, right? And it gave me this. And since that number is bigger than 360, I had to subtract 360 and it gave me that. So I want y'all to see if you finish it from here.
Did I do it right?
I have no idea. I had tried them and give y'all time to work on it.
Oh wait, I done the wrong problem.
That might be an issue.
And we're doing all of these guys, front and back. Make sure y'all show me your keep, change, flip step now.
This don't make no sense. Oh wait, I still.
All the ones you gotta do keep, change, flip on.
I just wrote it.
So cosecant is 1 over y, so this is going to be, where's 150? It's going to be 1 over 1/2, so that's 1 over 1 times 2 over 1. My answer on this one, guys, I got 2.
Hold on now, how did you get that?
Sarah says good. Okay, now I skipped some steps.
No,
I would love for you guys to be able to get to that point where we're skipping steps, but this time I'll do it without skipping. 1 divided by 1 over 2. That's what the problem is, Amelia. Okay? So that's going to be 1 over 1 times, you got to flip the bottom one in the
why'd
fraction.
you get one on top?
Because the formula is 1 over y. One was already on top. I just copied that off your, the bottom of your unit circle. All right, so when I flip it, yeah, I got 2. So that one wasn't a bad one. All right, we're going to do 20 next. Anybody got a question on this? Emma? Y'all giving me some bad looks today.
I can't keep them. I use X for Y and Y for X.
Well, I can't help you there.
I messed up.
All right, let's do the next one. Let's go to 20. All right, 20 says CSC of 5 pi. Now, I don't think Kara heard us talk about this the other day. She may have. I'm not sure. Where is 1 pi at on the unit circle? Y'all remember? 1 pi is right there. It says pi, that's 1 pi. All right, where is 2 pi?
Right.
Remember, it goes 1 2 pi, 3, 4, 5. If you'll just remember, the odd numbers, Kara, are always on the left side. If it ends in an even number, you use the right side. So since this is 5 pi, I use the left side, I use those numbers right there. I'm not sure if I told you that the other day. Alright, so the answer is going to be, that's 1 over y, so it's 1 over 0. What's your answer when 0 is on the bottom?
No solution.
No solution. Shout it loud when you know it, Amelia. I like it. She's been waiting all day to shout one out. So that was pretty easy if you can find 5 pi.
That was easy.
Great job, Amelia. Okay, flip it over. We're going to do a couple on the back, and then I'm going to stop and just kind of work right here and maybe bring some kids up and work with
You skipped number 18.
I did. I'm going to let y'all do that. Let's do the back. Let's do some on the back. What?
We ain't even got the front.
I'm not doing them all for you. I did a bunch of them on the front.
When are you going to give us time to do them, right?
In just a minute.
Like he always does.
I need a raise.
I felt like he was like, okay, your time's up. Flip it over.
All right, let's see how much y'all were listening just a minute ago. How would I find negative 145 pi? Do you want to count around 145 times? Is that an odd number or an even number? That's odd, right? It ends in a 5, so it's an odd number. So you use the left side. You're going to use these same points we just used.
Why did you number the paper like this?
Probably messed up.
You don't make mistakes. That's the last thing you make.
Where? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't like that either, Cadence. I'm sorry.
What?
How I numbered the paper. I agree with Cadence. I should have done better. All right, so now, Emma, what is the formula for sine? Give me that formula, Emma. Y over 1. So, y is 0. I got 0 over 1. What's my answer on this one?
0.
There you go. So that was pretty easy, again, if you understand that it's an odd number pi. All right, so let's see if there's any more on this side I did with first block. I think I did 14 with the first block, so let's do 14. All right, 14 says secant of 17 pi over 3. All right, how do we start this problem, Kara, since I can't find my number? What do I times it by, Kara?
180.
All right, you guys times by 180 over pi. Let's see how far y'all can do this one. Now, I've showed y'all enough of these. We should be able to do this one by ourselves.
You gonna give me time?